Hello everybody. Yes, I'm at home, not at the allotment. I did shoot some footage at the allotment and I come to edit it today and I don't know where it's gone. So I'm saying hello to you from the home garden, but the rest of my video is at the allotment. So yeah, I think I might tackle these runner beans. A lot of the pods have dried. I can take those off. To be honest, this is the enorma variety, which I'm probably not going to grow again next year. So yeah, I'm going to clear this. It might prove a little bit tricky getting everything away from this mesh because I want to preserve this for next year. So yeah, wish me luck. I think you've been digging a hole there, haven't you, Mrs.? You've been digging a little hole. I think you have. Is this you? Is this you digging? So a real mixed bag of weather this week, and yesterday morning the rain was torrential, so it sent me into the kitchen and I decided to make some tomato chutney using up the glut of tomatoes that I'm still very fortunate to have, but I'm going to share that recipe with you now. When the weather is horrible outside, I run to the kitchen and start to do some cooking. Today's recipe is going to be for tomato chutney. I'm doing all things tomato. I know I'm very lucky to have a glut of them, so definitely not complaining. Into a saucepan, I've placed 1 kilo of chopped tomatoes, added to that 3 cloves of garlic, roughly chopped. Also going to be adding 500 grams of chopped onion, that's equivalent to about 3 cups. Also going into the saucepan is some apple cider vinegar. You can use other vinegars if you prefer, 150 mils of that. Sugar is also going to be, let's see, 300 grams, which is about 1.5 cups. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. So I can show you where we're at the moment. You want the sugar to dissolve, gently simmering, and then once you're aware that all the sugar has dissolved, turn up the heat, and then you'll want it boiling until it becomes a nice thick consistency. So we're going to be having that boiling away shortly. Whilst that's going on, I've selected my jars. I've chosen just some little ones, and one of the reasons for that is we personally wouldn't be able to eat a huge amount of chutney, so we don't want too many jars open at a time, so small jars make sense. But the other reason is I will be sterilising these jars in the air fryer. It's a really quick way of doing it. I personally only do it when I'm using small jars. You want to preheat your air fryer for about 10 minutes. You're going to put your clean jars, I've just given these another wash, upside down in the air fryer for about 10 to 15 minutes depending on their size. I like to be cautious, I'm going to stick them in for 15 minutes. Whilst they're in the air fryer, I've got the lids to the jars just in a small saucepan that I will bring to the boil, so I know that they're completely sterile as well. Don't like to put those in the air fryer. They might be okay, but I don't know. Something tells me that maybe the seals, it could harm, not sure. So I'm going to turn up the heat on the mixture, on the chutney, and then in a short time, hopefully it's going to be nice and thick and shiny. As you can see, it's thickening up. It still needs to boil for longer, and the way you can tell that it's the right consistency is draw your spoon in a line down the middle. Now if that quickly fills up with liquid, then it's not thick enough. I think we're nearly there. It's really thickened up now. So I'll be popping this into the jars, ladling it in. Now this is the hard bit. You need to store it for 6 weeks before you eat it. Now I've calculated it's about 9 weeks till Christmas, so if you make it within the next couple of weeks, you can definitely have it with your cheese and crackers at Christmas. So that quantity made 4 small jars, the same size jars that you would normally buy chutney in the supermarkets. They now need to go somewhere cool and stored for 6 weeks before you can start to eat the chutney. And then once the jar is open, pop it into the fridge. If you leave the jars unopened, they should store for around about a year. So make sure you label them up, and then there won't be any confusion as to what you're opening and the age of it. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Until next time, make sure you take care now.